Welcome back to the Thrill of the Fight 2 YouTube page. Today we have a little bit of a special guest on a podcast episode. We have Edward, the creative director here at Thrill of the Fight 2. And most of you guys know him from being a part of the community, but today you get to know him a little bit better. We talk about a lot of things, about the team that we have with Thrill of the Fight 2, about the upcoming release that we have coming up, and even some of Edward's personal stuff that he has going on when it comes to the benefit of Thrill of the Fight 2. So I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and I'll see you after. Edward, good morning. It is our Friday morning, 11:35 a.m. on Friday morning. How are you doing today?
Good. Going into playing the game every day is a fun thing. And when I was playing, yesterday, last night, it's almost like it's work, but I can't wait to get to it so that I can do more things and just be in that world. I saw that you had been in there today, but yeah, so we got a similar thought process in that we're constantly, it's like work and fun put together.
No, yeah, it's not only like work and fun; it's like work, fun, and fitness for me. Because like I found
fitness.
I mean, that's how I started with this whole thing. Like even like as a mod in the Discord way back when, like this whole thing started with like how can I replace real life fighting training with never leaving my home? So it's like for me it was like fitness, and then the community was like a cherry on top. Where I was like, oh, there's a community here. Oh, look at this, and then let me get involved, and then the snowball started rolling. But you've been in the gaming world for a long time.
Yeah. Pretty long in terms of, I mean, I've played games all my life since like Super Nintendo. Like that was, my dad got me one of those. So I've been, games is like a thing that's always been a passion of mine. But even within the gaming world, in terms of working with the gaming industry, I've also been on another team that worked on a 3D boxing game. So boxing as a whole is just something that I love. I love it in the real life sense. I love it in the video game sense, 3D, on a console, and I also love it in the VR sense. So it's like everything I've done has been kind of revolving around that, and just like you mentioned, even with Thrill, it's such a cool thing knowing in the back of your head that you're playing this game, but you're like burning calories or you're like doing an exercise. Because to me, it's like getting on a treadmill or something is kind of boring. Like it's just like sometimes you got to do it, but it's just boring. While this is almost like you're exerting yourself because of the gameplay and not because you're trying to burn calories or whatever. But so. Since Vegas, by the way, I've been playing like nonstop, and I'm trying to get to a certain goal weight that I used to be. And I'll say here for the first time, this is like super exclusive, but I've lost 28 pounds since Vegas. Playing Thrill of the Fight 2.
That's intense.
I'm gonna, because I have a fitness like thing that I do, fitness YouTube channel. And I'm going to do a transformation video there. But one big thing that I'm going to talk about is Thrill of the Fight 2, because it's helped me literally like break through all these different plateaus and stuff. So yeah, this is an exclusive. I've not said it outside anywhere because I'm planning that video.
Yeah.
But I've lost 28 pounds since Vegas. Since the Vegas one was out.
Yeah, no, and Vegas was, just for context, right? Vegas was, what's today? The end of the month. So Vegas was, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. Is that about that time frame? Yeah. So that's insane just to even think about, right? But did you do it consciously? Were you like, I'm going to lose weight? Obviously, right? There's like I'm doing fitness related stuff, so I'm going to lose weight. Yeah. But was it like today I'm waking up and this is what I'm doing and this is my goal, or was it just like I'm testing a lot and we're doing this and I have to get in and we're getting in and just in connection and now look at this weight? Like which way was it?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really tracking or paying attention. The funny thing is I have a fitness channel, but I haven't posted on the fitness channel in almost 1 year. But I have like a bunch of videos on there with millions of views and all this stuff. And I have an audience that's constantly like, I check on what they're saying. And it's like, when are you coming back? What's going on? And they don't know anything about my other, like I've never mentioned like my boxing stuff ever. So they don't even know that my other boxing channel exists. It's so separated. And then in my head, I'm just like, as I'm playing, I noticed that like because I was doing real rigorous testing for things that, are going to be coming out and stuff like that. So as I'm playing, I'm just like, I just lost like 3 pounds. Like I didn't check my weight, and I checked it. And I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
just lost 3 pounds. So I'm like, what if I actually do this? Like for real, like change my diet and do thrill of the fight too, so that I'm hitting it on all cylinders, right? Because 10% of fitness is the 10% that you need, but it's 10% of the overall stuff, right? Your diet is very, very important. So I did that, and then just weight was just flying off. It was just flying off. So I just kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. And because it's like work mixed with fitness, it's just like it was so synergistic. It was easy in that way. And then like I bought a scale that tests your body fat and all that stuff. So it does more stuff. So it just gives me even more motivation to look at all the stats and see body fat loss and muscle and all this stuff. And just kept pushing, kept pushing, kept pushing. And before I looked up, it was like almost 30 pounds gone. Yeah, it's insane.
Do you, I result that big jump because, I'm a fitness guy, right? I've been fighting my whole life, but even then I've done like 100-mile cycling events. I've done marathons. Like I've done all of it. Like I've intertwined it all. Like I very much like fitness. Oops. But, but for me, the thrill of the fight too, it, it takes it to another level because in like for sprinting or running, like I have to run at like full blown sprint to get that exhaustion or to get that next level. And throw the fight, it just happens. Like it happens 10 seconds in, not on your choosing.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it happens, and it happens 30 seconds in, not on your choosing, and 40 seconds in, and then it's always there. That fight or flight, kind of life or death, or like I'm gonna fight or not fight mode. That your brain, man, if you've done a little bit of VR, like remember back in the day, you do like that plank board walking on the skyscraper. Your
And
brain
you're
tricks you.
scared. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
scared. You're in your living room.
Yeah.
You're safe, but in your brain sees it and your ears hear it, and then it's like real. So that's what
Yeah.
it reminds me of, and it takes you to that next level that a lot of other things, at least for me personally, I'm not able to reach. And
Yeah.
that's what I think that weight loss comes from, because it takes us to such an extreme that we wouldn't go to voluntarily,
Exactly.
at least as
Exactly.
often.
Yeah.
So that big push is
That
what I think is
I
there.
1,000,000,000% agree with that take, because when you're running, you got to tell yourself stuff like,
Mhm.
"Oh, now I'm gonna push," or don't start walking now. Don't start walking now." Right? You're like telling yourself stuff, but you're not like under duress. Like you
Mhm.
must do this stuff. So then you'll find little outs like, "Well, I ran a strong like a mile back. I'll
Yeah, yeah.
I'll calm it down now." There's no competitive angle. There's nothing like driving you.
Mhm.
While when you play Thrill of the Fight, there's a guy that's trying to knock you out. So
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, I have no choice. I have to fight this guy off me. I have to engage. I have to do all these things. Yes, do I feel tired? But I have to push. And then you're thinking,
Mhm.
okay, the bell's gonna ring. I'm gonna get a minute break soon. Let me just push right now. And moments like that you wouldn't do if there wasn't that duress of like, oh, you got to do
Mhm.
something. So I 100% agree, and that even that plank reference is I had my family do that a long time ago, and they were like, "What's so bad about? There's no
Mhm.
way that." And then when they do it, they're like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like trembling, and they don't want to go to the edge. Is actually incredible how the
Yeah,
brain
it
works.
tricks
But
you.
yeah, it
Yeah.
does. And then that little thing, that mind game that you're almost playing with yourself because of the VR aspect
Mhm.
of it, that definitely does push you beyond limits that you're not expecting that you're going to go to.
Yeah, and the multiplayer. I mean, we have a lot of things coming out in the future, but for right now, for the sake of this conversation, uh, multiplayer it takes it to another level to me, because I don't care if this person is like 1 month into or no training, or he's like Tony Jeffries, like the Olympic boxer across the ring. You don't really know. So
Hmm.
like this person's not scared of me. They don't care about my credentials. They don't care. So they're coming for me, and the multiplayer aspect of it is just knowing that's a real person, and they're really moving, and I could really dodge, and I could really hit them. I'll never stop saying it's mind blowing, because it's mind blowing. Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about? Like, no commute, no gym fee. I mean, a setup cost with the headset, but then I get to endlessly spawn training partners in my home.
crazy,
What are we doing?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Never back in the days would I ever think that this was a possibility, because
Hmm.
even VR didn't seem a little far-fetched back then when I was younger. So I would
Yep.
never think that it would get to a level where you could spar anyone anywhere, like
And we're not
anytime,
80
literally.
years old when it's
Yeah,
happening. Yeah.
exactly. And we're not like, it's like cars aren't flying,
Yeah.
and we're still able to, pull this off. So I think this is an awesome thing for sure.
It's funny because when we were somewhat of that same generation, right? We were kids around the same time, but that like the sci-fi movies were, it was like this. It was like flying cars and like virtual reality stuff, and it was like
Uh-huh.
so far in the future. And we don't have flying cars, but we have planes, so that's just flying cars without wheels, I guess. But we have virtual reality, and we have it so good. Like
Yeah.
it's so good, and to think like 10 years from now
Hmm.
we're not going to be able to tell the difference. We're going to be when we take it off, it's going to be like, whoa, like, oh, I was in there, almost like the Matrix where you get plugged in.
Yeah, where you
It's
just get
like,
plugged in, and it's basically like real life in a
yeah,
different place. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I definitely see it, like, evolving, because it's already massively evolved now from back then when it was just
hmm,
the Oculus, and it was connected to a PC and all that stuff. Even now, being disconnected from the PC is still even more powerful than that.
yeah.
Imagine all within its own like compartment. So yeah, I definitely see the future of VR just going even crazier, and getting even more accurate and all that stuff.
Do you ever see? I know we have things in the works right now, but do you ever see it getting to the point? I was thinking about this just like 2 days ago. I was like explaining it to my wife. I was like, "There's going to be superstars of VR boxing. Like, just watch it. Just give it a few years, and there's going to be like Conor McGregor's that are just in the headset, And do you ever see that like a stadium with like two rings and like two guys fighting separate, or maybe even like two stadiums? Like whatever it is, like two separate locations, and it's like everyone's here for that guy. Like, do you ever see it being that big, or do you see it all virtually? Like people will attend, like still in their home, but virtually.
Virtually.
Yeah.
I mean, I've pictured it virtually, where it's like everyone in the stand, like you're just in the stands, but
Hmm.
like you get your virtual
You're like
perspective
in your
of it.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, in your home, but you could like hook up, just because I think that kind of links the whole thing together.
Hmm.
But I could easily see, people showing up, and that creates a theater aspect of it as well,
Yeah.
right? Because you want to perform, you want to look
Hmm.
like you're in real life body, you want to perform that for the audience, so that it adds another layer to it. One thing that when we were at the Box Fan Expo that I thought was just fantastic was just seeing everybody throwing the punches in real
Hmm.
life at each other, but like not at each other, right? But through
Yeah.
the VR. And it's like there was like one of them little kids, he looked like he was 4 years old maybe, but he was throwing like these super cool like combinations, and it was
Yeah.
just such a cool thing to see while he was fighting like some other dude or whatever. So to me, I think that there is a coolness, and I think through Box Fan Expo, it hit me like, oh,
Hmm.
there's something here to seeing two people fighting each other, even though we have the screens and we have them on the outside, and we're just seeing all of that together. So I
How
definitely
nuts
could
would
see
that be?
that.
Like a
Oh no, that'd be
Megatron
crazy.
in a stadium with like spectator view.
A spectator in the middle, and then two
Yeah, yeah,
first persons. That'd be
yeah.
awesome. That'd
That'd
be
be
awesome.
intense. And outside of the entertainment part of it, I definitely see this as like maybe even like maybe we're not going this way that exact direction for entertainment, but maybe we're doing it for the sake of like human health, like for
Yeah,
boxing head trauma health, and where maybe it was just like a complete left turn to too many of these guys are slurring their speech and they're 35,
yeah,
and maybe that's the route too, or it's like we kind of have its own league in the sake of avoiding head trauma in our 20s, and like the drill, these
yeah.
boxers they go through it, right? And so that's my curiosity goes that way too, is like how many athletes can we see shine in a virtual world when they don't have to worry about the head trauma long term, or even just like the wear and tear of your body from
Hmm.
actually physically getting in there and training. So I mean, you see the leagues every weekend. Every weekend there's a
Yeah,
guy fighting. So
yeah,
think about that kind of regular. Like I can fight every weekend, and I'm good, and my body's good. So think about the regular, like the regular cards, and So it reminds me of like amateur boxing.
yeah,
Fight
yeah.
three times a night. Yeah, 3 times a night, and I fight next weekend too. And it's just it's
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 constant. Yeah, it's
mhm.
constant.
It seems like
But
a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's one thing that's the beauty of this, right? It's like how far can it go? How
Hmm.
because the unfortunate thing is that there's contact sports like football and all these different sports where you actually get hit, and no matter how much they regulate it and all this stuff, there's always like that risk of injury. You have to stop playing because this happened or that happened. And boxing, I think, is almost tenfold, and
Hmm.
combat sports in general, because it's literally designed, you have to hit the person, you
Yeah.
have to try to hit them, as hard as you can or whatever. And that stuff obviously takes a toll on fighters. So I think having an outlet, right, where you still can get that feeling of fighting, but you don't have to worry about the negatives of it. You just get the cardio and you get the competitive angle without the damage part.
Hmm.
I think that's like, it's early stages, right? And a lot of people have the old school mindset because this is what they've done for many years. But I
Hmm.
think as time goes on, and as we put ourselves in spaces and talk about VR boxing, and kind of continue to connect the dots with boxers and VR boxing as a whole, I think people will start to see the vision, like, oh man, this makes sense. Like, this is a way, this is adjacent to what I'm doing.
Hmm.
And it removes the one thing that makes it difficult to do on this end, where
Hmm.
it's just like, for example, like Sugar Ray Leonard, like he tore his retina, he could never box again, but that's simply because he could lose his eyesight if he keeps boxing, but
Yeah.
because he could get hit. But if he had the outlet of having VR, he could still keep boxing and never have to worry about that. So
Hmm.
yeah, I definitely see that stuff.
Do you think it's a, because you mentioned the like the older generation, we all know like that, like we've all seen Rocky, right? Where it's
Mhm.
like get in or shut up, like do the work or
Yeah,
get
yeah,
out, like in that,
exactly.
you know.
That rough
you know.
old school
Hmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and trust me, I get it. My first coach was from Brazil. He knew like 7 words in English, and there were not nice ones. You know what I mean? And like, did no effort to learn English for the first like 2 years. Like, just like, no, I know the words I need, and just like to the death every day. So not the best way to go, by the way, but that's just my experience. But my point is, like, do you think it's that older generation that will come to? They'll be like, oh, these are cool. These are not just toys. These are tools. Or do you think it's like we're gonna have to wait until that generation gets cycled out until like our generation is the one that's like, hey, tool, not a toy. What do you
Yeah.
think? You think we're
I,
gonna?
I think is a little bit of both, like tail
Okay.
end, right? Tail
Mm-hmm.
end of the older generation, and then obviously that starting, like, of the newer generation,
Mm-hmm.
people that are younger, that grew up with all these different technology, and they understand like the use cases of technology and how it helps create efficiency or
Yeah.
optimize things. Though that mindset is going to grow up, and they might get into sports and boxing, or MMA, and then they'll think to themselves, yeah, this makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
because they'll get it because of how they developed from when they were younger. I think as long as VR boxing keeps pushing itself to the forefront more and more and more, then as like the older generation is like going away a little bit in terms
Mm-hmm.
of like the tail end, they'll start to see the benefits of it, and probably kind of get in there early or get in there late, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody else will start getting in there early.
Yeah. No, it seems like it's funny because you said get in there late, but it like I told Trent this just the other day. I told him, we have a release coming up, and that feels like the starting line. Like it feels
Hmm.
like because like we know what's ahead, and this is what this reminds me of. It's like get in there late, but it seems like, man, like that's the starting line feels like the end, because what we're
Hmm.
working on right now is like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
there, we got there, but then that's like, okay, now we're warmed up. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
what that reminds me of. It reminds me of you know it's like, sure, you feel you're definitely late because we're all doing it, we're all here. You got a shirt on, I got a
Yeah.
hat. You're late, but we're just getting going. Like we're just
Yeah.
getting going. And
Yeah.
with that being said, obviously we can't say too much about what's happening after launch, but we were able to release some things like some knockout animations and a little bit of movement with the AI. And um how I'm not going to ask you details about what's coming up, but I will ask you your experience. You're about a year into to half brick and throw the fight. I'm new
Yeah,
at this too. Don't
almost.
we're I'm definitely way newer than you, but
Yeah,
you have, let's just call it a year. We're approaching a year of working on this and really grinding away at it behind the scenes where no one's watching, and I didn't see either until recently. And then I kind of peeked behind the curtain. And I'm like, holy crap, how can I help? It's like, let me just, and then Trent got on and we're all doing this thing. But how's your experience been? And it seems like every meeting, just a little behind the scenes, every meeting, you seem to have a good attitude. You seem to have stuff to say. You seem to be going. And, you know, uh, uh, doing this, what I've learned in the last 2 months of being with you guys um, is that it's not easy. And a lot of people say a lot of things and they don't know a lot of things. And I think that's probably the most powerful thing that I've learned in this process is that I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not sarcastic when I say 24/7,
yeah.
24/7. It's all day, every day, nonstop. And how's your experience been? I mean,
I,
obviously you're enjoying yourself, but tell me about it.
yeah, I mean, I absolutely love working at Half Brick and Thrill of the Fight too, and being the creative director. I think that was something that I think maybe not a lot of people expected on the
Hmm.
outside because they saw that transition period when that happened. It wasn't really expressed, right?
Hmm.
I was still tagged as the community manager, but the reality in my head, you're kind of the community manager now. And that's one of the reasons why I saw how much he was hustling, and I'm like, I want this guy on the team, right? I want this guy to be able to take some of the stuff off my plate, considering that I can't even put so much into that. Because even as you know, yes, I'm creative director, but I'm attached to a lot of other things as well. Like I'm
Oh yeah.
attached to the partnership stuff, like even the Box Fan Expo thing that we did. Even though obviously it's a collaborative thing, it's a team thing. There's a lot of things that I had, connected to that
Oh yeah.
to help make it happen. So there's just a lot going on behind the scenes, and I never fault players because to them, if they don't see something, they're not gonna know. To them, if I don't see it, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But really, the grind has been insane, especially behind the scenes for the things that are launching for November 19th. It's just we want to make sure that when we drop it, people are enjoying it and having a blast. One thing that I will say is that I can't is I'm always itching to show the stuff. So
Oh yeah.
once you got on board, I was like, yo, hop on this, let me show you all of this. And then it's like I just wanted to like I love it's almost like a painting, like we're all
Hmm.
painters and we're painting, and then you finally like flip the board and let
100% know
everybody
what you're
see
talking
it.
about.
You know what I mean? And then it's like you want that react, you want to see what people feel about it. And that's how I feel about Thrill of the Fight too. So I can't wait till the 19th. Like I really
You,
can't.
you know what's I'm going to brag about our team for a second. And just so you guys know, like you guys that are watching right now, like I'm not that guy that's just like saying stuff. Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be truthful, and luckily Throw the Fight and Half Brick like my honest and truthful takes. So
Yes.
like I'm always just on it. Like I'm not gonna say anything if I don't mean anything. But what you just said, it really does everyone a part of the team. You said you feel like you're painting something and you want to show them the painting and be like how amazing this painting is. But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like, and I noticed that too at a lot of people on the team. It's like here's a painting. I painted this painting, and it's for you. And enjoy
Hmm.
the painting. Take it home and show your friends, and enjoy and look at it every day, and have it. And that's what I feel from like everybody. Like it's no maybe I'm just not used to being with a team. I don't know, man. This is just me being honest. Like right. So like I work for myself, and I've done everything myself, and I'm like so when I get inside of a team like that, like I fought. Like we have a team, but you're alone in the fight. So everything's been alone. So then I get a part of a team, and everyone seems to like have it, like everyone's doing it for the not for the sake of they're doing their job or I'm developing another game or anything, and everyone's like, look what I did. It's the best thing. I go try it, go test it, go try to break it. Let me know if it breaks. And they're just like they have that painting, and they're like, here. Not only did I do this, and I want to show it to you, but I also want to give it to you. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to experience it. And I feel that with everyone. Like I get DMs outside of the group messages of people like checking on me and like asking my input and doing this stuff, and I'm just Coach Dave. You know what I mean? So and whenever you say that, I really do want to stress for the people watching, like I literally, it feels like the compassion that I feel from the team is insane. Not like from me personally, like from the team to the the world that's gonna
The
enjoy
world.
it.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It really is like so like in my face, and it's so good because no meeting feels like no one wants to be there. Like every day we show up, there's no one in there just like, ugh, what are we doing? Everyone's like, here's what I got, here's what I'm doing. It's like it's the best. So I just want to express that real fast. That's what it reminded me of. It's not every day you meet people like that. It's not every day you meet a team like that, and then it's not every day you meet a development team like that. Because
Yeah.
we're on the home stretch. We should be stressed. We are stressed. Don't get me wrong. But it should be
But
bleeding
there's
out
an
into our.
I think the excitement is over, shadowing every other aspect of it, right? We're all just excited. But yeah, obviously there's the stress and because we're trying to make sure we get this out for everybody, and they enjoy it. But definitely excitement all across the board. I could feel it. I can sense it. There's sub meetings being done, after meetings.
Yep.
Where we're just consistently pushing and working towards this. So yeah, super excited.
It is very fun to see, and it's very fun to see because I'll say it a million times over again. I was a fan first, and deep down in my soul, I am a fan first. Like I enjoyed the first game, and I enjoyed the second game, and I was like invested emotionally and like physically into this game before I ever got on part of the team. So like to see, like I'm excited myself, like not even as an employee or like as Coach Dave, like just normal David. Is like super excited about it because I can see the behind the scenes stuff. I know what's coming. And like I said, it's the starting line. It's a big starting line. Big event, big thing. But starting line. And it's like, ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited as a fan. And no, it's very, very it's very I know the people that are viewing it don't get my they can only hear my words and then trust my words. But it is very exciting to see the team. And then even like how often do you see a CEO? Every day?
Yeah.
Chaz is in there every single day. The CEO of the entire company is like, how can he help? Yeah. He's in there testing the game and like, hey, this, and how it's like, what? This is perfect. This is perfect. It's about as close as you can get to having a perfect team and working together. And
from top to bottom, even like people in the marketing team, and it's just from top to bottom, everyone is. It's the camaraderie is super strong at Half Brick, and I feel blessed to be there with these guys. So
yeah, like you even mentioned that you had Eli jumping into the stand up, which is head of marketing, and how can he help, and like kind of letting us know, hey, all my efforts going towards you guys, make a great game. I got you. Like just having that quick message. It's like, whoa, we not only do we have this team that has each other's back, but we have like the team that is like over there working and grinding, having our back, and just like caring enough to come in and say they have our back. And then like I have like Half Brick social media people reaching out to me asking how they can help with me, and like and how I can help with them. You're like, whoa, like so it's I know maybe I'm just being too much, but like it's intense to see a game that I'm a fan of, a game that I am lucky enough to be a part of now, and then see an entire team.
Yeah,
that's just like
and that energy that they bring is how they say like don't meet your heroes or whatever. Like you're on the outside playing the thing, you go in and it's like, oh damn, it really is like lit up in here. Like people really are positive, and like it's all like that positive energy, that push forward energy, that camaraderie, that friendship. Even when we have like our team kind of meet up and hang out stuff that we do. It's just like you could tell everybody like loves hanging out with each other. Like we all, so that also brings that synergy with what we're doing, right? And everyone's trusting each other and working off of each other's ideas and stuff, and then you just see it get built, right? So I think that this with that phrase, don't meet your heroes, that does not apply here. Like that doesn't apply here. It's actually the opposite of what that you would expect.
Something that stands out, and maybe Chaz will see this, maybe he won't. But no, you said it, and I'll share one thing that happened. Probably like on my third day, not even on my third day, second day, like unofficially second day ever. I reach out to Shaz because at the end of the day, he's the one kind of saying yes or no to me, So, so I was like, man, just thanks for even considering it, because to me, I'm just like a dude, Like I'm just the dude posting YouTube videos, you know what I mean? And I know I have some experience in fighting and social media and all this stuff, but to me, I'm just me. So I just sent a quick message like, thanks for the opportunity. And then he sent something that was like so quick and so like subtle, but he was like, I'm gonna try to get it quote by quote, but he was like, thanks for joining the team, and soon enough you're going to be the face of VR boxing or something like that. And I'm like, thank you for starters. So like when you say like don't meet your heroes, because trust me, I've met some high level fighters and I'm like, oh my god, he hurt my feelings and I don't like him anymore. So yes, you're exactly right, and I really do want to like push on that because you don't see that very often. And I'm just the truth. You're the people that you meet on the streets or the people at the work or the store or the school or whatever. You just don't meet quality, genuine people very often. I'm just being honest with me and my experience, I guess. Um, so whenever you meet a lump sum of them, you're like, yo, you guys are cool, man. Thanks.
It's like, how?
Like,
Like,
yeah.
what?
No, but
And usually, well, before you say it's like usually a thing that you really love and enjoy. Like you want to protect that feeling of that. Like
mm-hmm.
I love these VR boxing games, Thrill 1 and Thrill 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is such a great experience that I'm having. I have such a positive connection to this. Like if I meet the people behind this, is it going to feel weird? Like, are they going to be, and for them not to be, and then forget not being, just go the complete opposite direction and just be so like open arms and so positive and like so with so much energy and pushing and all that stuff. It's just like, damn, this is perfect. This is such a perfect team.
Maybe you feel it too, but trust. Like the trust that we have in each other is insane. And I'm new to the team too, but like, there's like Carl will reach out and he doesn't second guess me. Thomas reaches out. He doesn't second guess anything I say, and it's like, and the same thing on both ends. It's like, oh, like if Trent tells me to do something, he'll never have to think about it again. It's done. Like just done. And like, he never has to worry about it being done poorly either. Like it's going to get done. It's going to get done beautifully, and that trust that we have in each other is insane. And it seems like we're selling, like we're like part of a marketing scheme.
I know. This
is an advertisement for like Indeed jobs or something, but it just isn't. And I really do want to stress, because, me and you, we're kind of like, not similar positions, but somewhat of similar positions. Like we're not exactly directly developing the game, but we're a part of every meeting. We're in it. We're developing in it in a sense of consultation and our real life experiences and all that. So we're kind of like out of that bubble. So it's funny seeing like the guys that are like coding and developing, and then us that are like on social and like communication and relationships, like you and like you said, we met up for Among Us one day, like to play Among Us, and then exactly. It was like no one skipped a beat. We went in totally different fields, totally different ideas, totally different walks of life, and then we merged together in the work so well. And then like even like the playful times, we were just like talking crap and like like just like cool about it, So it's insane, and it's really exciting because the work's not done. But we are approaching launch to the point where like we're like shining things off, we're polishing, and we're kind of getting our ducks in a row, and to have the team be so well put together right now, and everyone's cool, and like we're all getting along, we're all showing up every day for meetings, and then like you said, after the meetings, like there's like little sub meetings, and they're like improvised. They're just like improvised based on who's needed and what's needed. So it's cool to see it all working together. Again, people are going to be like, these guys are just trying to sell.
They're just selling. It's like, nah, man. It like even outside of the game itself, just the team, just how it feels to be part of that. You just feel proud, and I love feeling proud of the team that I'm working. Like not just proud of the product, but proud of the team. And it's very rare that you get that, because sometimes people like to lead with like fear and all these things, and I absolutely hate that management style. I've never been like that. I've been a manager for like operational stuff, like hotels, for example. I used to be front office manager back in like 2018, and whenever there would be like a manager that would just try to use fear to like move the employees, I hated that. I was always a person where it's like, I'd rather they just be proud to be here, because then when you're around and when you're not around, they're still doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing. And that's how I feel here. It's like everyone's just like wants to be here and do what they're doing, and then it just makes it feel like you just feel a sense of pride, not just in the game, but in the team. And then obviously that bleeds over into everything else. And of course we feel pride in the game, but having pride in the team, that's a rare thing in my opinion when it comes to like the workforce and stuff.
In any workforce at all, ever, in any field, if you're at 7-Eleven at a gas station or you're like a
Exactly.
NASA astronaut, I'm sure your coworkers probably annoy you at some point. Yeah, so it's intense. I was uh I'm trying to word what I'm going to say next. I was thinking about, maybe no one will get it but you, but that's fine. I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday with Thomas. I'm like, dude, it's great. Great
Hmm.
work. Like what? Like, and I wasn't even. You know what this reminds me of? Are you an Office fan? The Office, the show? No.
Oh yeah, The Office, the show. I loved it.
Yeah.
I watched every episode. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Remember whenever? Maybe you'll know. Maybe you don't know. But remember whenever Michael Scott was like, "I'll never say this to Pam's face, but she's a talented artist, and she has a lot of like." But that's how I felt, because I was just thinking it to myself. I'm like, dude, he did a great job. Like, he
Yeah.
did a good job. But I didn't even tell him. I should tell him. But that's what it reminds me of. I'm like, man, like, and that's what it is. And I wrote I put some numbers together and practiced it in my kitchen and put a curriculum together for him. And then he did like everything. So it's just to see like the little bit of like, I like gave him a cherry and then he made me a sundae, and to see it like that, it was like, oh, that looks amazing. It looks, and so maybe I should reach out today and just tell him, like, cause I was having some fun with it. But yeah, to see everyone's work and to, like you said, be proud of the work. You're like, oh, that's amazing. Look at what we did together. That's amazing.
Mhm.
And then everyone gets to see it. Everyone gets to enjoy the painting and hang it up
And
in
that's
their
what I'm
house.
saying. We get to turn the painting around, and it's like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for people to play.
No, for sure. Is there something that you can share that you're the most excited about, even if it isn't like a gaming thing? Like, let's say I'm excited for. Maybe I'll go first. Let's see. I'm trying to give you some time to think. I guess what I'm excited for is, we haven't touched much on it. It's on the roadmap, but I'm excited to see what the esports thing comes to. Because
Yeah.
there's not. I mean, really, for us, it's like we're the first ever to do it in this field. There's people playing around with it, so we are paving the road. So that's one thing I'm excited to see, and I'm excited. I don't know how you feel, but I'm about to get in shape.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna compete.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I'm, like I mentioned earlier, right? Like I've been using it, using it as the tool to keep pushing my fitness. So yeah, that's what I'm the most excited about, is people playing it and finding reasons to not put it down
Mm-hmm.
because they want to keep playing it. I think that's what I'm most excited about, like how that materializes, how people take to the game come November 19th.
It's exciting, and it's exciting because we know what the first game was, and we understand that, and we also know all the other games in the market. There's quite a few of them, and we know what
Yeah.
they offer, and we know what we've been working on. So it's just like to kind of see it all, and then to know what we've been working on, and then what we have for the future. It's like, man, we are the we are the big leagues.
Yeah, we're the ones. Yeah, we're him.
Mhm.
We're him.
Yeah, and it feels like that, and again, like unbiasedly, it feels like that when you just look at like the field of work for like the VR boxing work as a whole. You see kind of like this like pecking order of like what's happening, and it seems like the race to the most realistic VR boxing game will get it. And you have Creed and other games that are like archaic.
Yeah.
But it seems like a race to the most realistic one, and then and that's what we're every PTC update, it seems like we're literally like a chisel, like trying to make it perfect. And so it's very exciting to see what it all becomes, and the VR boxing world as a whole. Like, you throw the fight, we'll be leading it because of all the pieces of the puzzle, but to see it come to is going to be intense. Like the beginning of the year, and
Yeah.
like seeing like the Christmas push with people that just got their headsets, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be nuts.
And
then
the New Year's resolution time frame, January.
what is it? It's it's Halloween. Today's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going to seem like 3 hours from now, it's going to be like the middle of January.
I know.
And
Time
then
goes by so fast.
You
I
know what
understand.
I realize that like me and you meet every week, just
Hmm.
for y'all viewers, and it seems like 3 days go by, and
I
it's
know.
like, all right, we're meeting again, and it's not like, oh, we're meeting again. It's just like, whoa, we just got off. And like yesterday was Friday, and now today is Friday. How does that even work? But anyway, man, it just seems like it's all coming together, and again, the finish line of the release feels like the starting line. Sorry,
Yeah.
and it's very exciting. I'm excited to be able to talk about it and be able to share it with the community and be like, how are you doing? Or how, here's my experience. And then I'm so excited to make content about it. I can't wait to make content about it. I'm gonna accidentally. I'm gonna be like kind of like you, like accidentally get in the best shape of my entire life. Just can't get off, and and then, if you are a content creator in the VR boxing world, the release is going to push so many eyes to
Yeah.
people's profiles and our profile and things like that. So it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast, and like I said, before we know it, it's going to be out like in like soon. I don't even have a
I
watch
know.
on. That's how soon it is. I
It's
don't even have
your
to look at the
wrist.
watch. Yeah, man. But yeah, no, it's all coming super duper quick. Do you have plans? Because you have your own YouTube channel, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's outside of fitness. Do you have any? Uh, Again, I'm trying to like be like tiptoe around what I'm saying here. Do you have any plans for your main channel, for your channel, when it comes to the game?
Yeah.
Of course, we all do, right? We all want to play, 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 play.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But are we gonna be able to see you
Yeah,
on your
for
channel
sure.
plan?
For sure. I'm definitely can't wait till it drops.
Mm-hmm.
Not we can't there's things that we want people to, see when it comes out, but for
Mm-hmm.
sure 100% I'm gonna be playing it on my channel. Yeah.
We got to get we got to do like live streams together or something along the line, man. Because I feel like it's gonna be a party whenever it comes out,
Yeah.
and there VR boxing is such a small niche right now, so it just seems like so exciting to be able to create the content and put the content out because there's not a lot of us doing it right now,
Yeah.
and to be like a part of this small pool of people that's making content. So you have like VR games, and you have like VR boxing, and you have like creators in VR boxing. Like the niche is so small, so I'm super excited to make content and to go that route and show everyone the painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people
Yeah.
can't come pick up their own painting; they can see it online. But yeah, man. Is there anything else about the game that you would like to share that we haven't yet?
No.
No, I tried to sneak that one in. Sorry, guys. I tried to get one more thing. But if you are interested in any more early looks, like we are doing four more. Yeah,
Yeah.
four more early looks for the next 2 weeks.
Hmm.
So you'll see four more things on our social media account, showing some stuff off. You'll be able to see it then. 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, Tuesday and Thursday.
And Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Is there any last words you would like for the audience here? I don't want to take too much of your time here while we're doing pushing you for an hour, but
Nah,
yeah.
it's cool. It's cool. No, I just want to say, thank you to the community, right? Yes, it's niche, but it's strong,
Yep.
especially on the thrill of the fight, two side of things in terms of the VR boxing world is very, very, very strong. And that makes me more excited to see them get this in their hands because
Oh
I
yeah.
think they deserve it, right? Like, sure, you always get bad apples here and there. And even when people get mad at, like, me or whatever through like Discord, it never bothers me because I know that it's just because they care about the game.
Hmm.
So really, I just want to give them this. Like I
Hmm.
like as a team, obviously. Like I just want us to give them this release and give them the full the 1.0 kind of starting point as you mentioned for Thrill of the Fight too. So I'm really just super excited and I'm like chomping at the bits to get this. Like I almost want to teleport to November 19th
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
see everybody because I also on the flip side can't wait to see everyone's reaction and expressions and content and stuff like that. Like that stuff excites me. So yeah, I'm just excited. So thank you to the community.
Yeah. No, you mentioned that too. You know, just last night I talk my wife's ear off all like anything. Like I'm just like, oh, she gets off work we both work from home, so then we're both like done for the day. It's just like everything she's done, everything I've done. So last night I was literally just like chomping away at that. But you know, you just mentioned it. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
Community.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, sorry. I was like, "What? Man, I was talking to my wife about so much. What are we getting at?" No, yeah. It seems like it's about time that they get something that is that is more.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like teeter here, of course, right? But yeah, it's about time they get something more. It's something that is amazing, something that isn't just what everything else is. Like, well, what's out? Oh, I've seen this before. It's on this game, or is it a piece of this game and a piece of that game, whatever it is, right? It just seems like we really did. Uh, we're leading the whole pace. We're doing it all first, and you're going to see it first, and it's just exciting. It's exciting because you know it's a lot, and it's coming soon, and we are lucky enough to be a part of it. And yeah, it's just I'm excited too.
It's exciting times, man. Exciting times for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and having this conversation with me. I hope people hear. You know, I asked you to come speak with me because I feel like a lot of people don't. Uh, they weren't able to see too much of you. You know, we see you in the update videos and we see you a part of the community. But I just wanted the people to hear you a little bit and see you. And I'm glad that we got to talk about the team a little bit because I feel like that's a lot that's never really said or spoken about, or people don't really. There's never an opportunity for them to hear it or for them to see it, you know? So to know whenever I got on board, to know how much you were hustling and to see how much you and everyone else is just killing it up until this point, it was refreshing for me. So I hope it's refreshing for the viewers. And yeah, no, I'm excited. And yeah, I look forward to the full release, November 19th.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Another good conversation with another good guest. Edward, thank you so much for coming on and talking with me. And if you want to be on with me to talk, if you have something to say about Throw the Fight 2, or if you want to get on and just talk about all things that are VR boxing, let me know. Drop a comment right now and don't forget to subscribe.